Oh, like I said, man, that's a big dude. You know what I mean? He ain't even at 168. You know, when you look
Right,
at
not now. That 175, yeah.
he probably can't even make 168 no more. But when you look at these fights, you know, especially
Like I said, I don't want no handouts either. I want to, earn my spots everywhere I go, even at 175. But, I see that weight class, I want to become champion at 175, and that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Yeah, that's a tough fight. I don't know if Bud can overcome that. That's different. That's a lot. That's a lot to overcome. Height, reach, the speed of Benavidez coming downhill, the stamina. Because this a guy that does get stronger as the fight goes also. So some of the advantages he had over Canelo, he wouldn't have if Benavidez. I think it would be a question if Benavidez can make the weight.
But yeah, I mean, if the fight comes up, the opportunity comes up, I would love that fight.
So you're saying 160 versus Crawford, you do it?
Oh, yeah.
After defeating Canelo Alvarez, Terence Crawford made headlines once again, this time for his response to David Benavidez. Crawford claimed Benavidez couldn't even make 168 pounds, a comment that immediately set the boxing world buzzing. Speaking with Stephen Smith about potential future opponents, Crawford delivered a sharp retort when Benavidez's name came up, questioning whether a super middleweight matchup was even realistic. The remark quickly spread across social media, igniting debate among fans and analysts alike.
We're at 168. When we think about anybody at 168 outside of Canelo, the first name that comes to anybody's mind is David Benavidez. What about the potential for a fight like that?
oh, like I said, man, that's a big dude. You know what I mean? He ain't even at 168. You know, when you look
Right, not now. It's at 175, yeah.
he probably can't even make 168 no more. But when you look at these fights, you know, especially coming up, you gotta be realistic. You gotta, say, all right, how big is this dude really is? Because David Benavidez, he can fight his ass off, and I told him that a long time. I told him that when, before I fought his brother. And I said, man, dude, you can fight, dude. You gonna do big things.
Crawford's statement intensified discussions about who he should face next. MMA stars Henry Cejudo and Kamaru Usman weighed in, offering their perspectives as longtime boxing fans. Both insisted that Benavidez could make 168 pounds and argued that a fight between the two would determine who truly deserves champion status. In their view, weight is secondary. What matters is seeing elite fighters settle the question in the ring. They stressed that fans want action, not excuses.
Hear me out here, Kamaru. Terence Crawford versus the Mexican monster, David Benavidez.
I knew it was coming.
He was the mandatory for Canelo.
Oh my God. Relax.
What's up? The scariest guy in the division.
He's not in the division.
He said he could still make 168 pounds. The reason why he went up because nobody wants to fight him.
That's a big dude. And to be honest, Terence Crawford's 37 years old.
It's about merit. Could I get to the generational talent, as he said, with Manny Pacquiao? He's an 8-division world champ.
If it ain't no big...
The debate raged on. Crawford addressed the criticism head-on during his post-fight press conference. He reflected on how often he had been dismissed as a nobody and pointed out that those same critics had gone silent after his dominant win over Canelo. With confidence and a hint of satisfaction, Crawford challenged anyone to explain what more could be held against him, signaling just how much the boxing landscape had shifted in his favor.
Which do you think means the most?
All of it. It all goes hand in hand.
Can you describe what it all means to you to have, you just made like a whole resume of stuff tonight.
It means a lot to me because, anybody can be a nobody, like I said, and that's all they say I've been fighting is nobodies. So what can they say now? Somebody tell me, what can you say now?
And say congratulations.
That's it.
Benavidez, however, didn't let Crawford's comments go unanswered. He pushed back against the claim that he couldn't make 168 pounds, arguing that weight wasn't the real issue, the division was. From his perspective, Crawford had no standing to question him since they compete in different weight classes. Benavidez, who sees himself as a natural 175-pound fighter, made it clear he has his own career path. To him, Crawford's remarks felt more like deflection than a serious assessment.
The top people ranked at the WC are fighting each other, so I mean it should be an easy call. If I can't get those fights, then I'll go up to fight Bivol, or I'll go try to I set my conquest on 175. Like I said, I don't want no handouts either. I want to, you know, earn my spots everywhere I go, even at 175. But, you know, I see that weight class.
Despite his response, some began to wonder whether Benavidez was avoiding the fight altogether. While Crawford's camp suggested weight issues were the problem, Benavidez appeared focused on other opponents. Reports indicated he was considering a bout with Dimitri Bivol, raising questions about whether he was dodging Crawford or simply pursuing fights that better fit his long-term goals.
Then at 60, there's no big names at 60. 68, maybe the Benavidez fight. That's a tough fight for Bud. I ain't gonna lie, that's a tough fight. Benavidez? Yeah, that's a tough fight. I don't know if Bud can overcome that. That's different. That's a lot. That's a lot to overcome. Height, reach, the speed of Benavidez coming downhill, the stamina, because this a guy that does get stronger as the fight goes also. So some of the advantages he had over Canelo, he wouldn't have at Benavidez. I think it will be a question if Benavidez can make the weight.
Behind the scenes, talk of a Crawford-Benavidez showdown continued to grow. Renowned trainer Brian McIntyre confirmed that interest in the fight is real, revealing that Alalshikh has shown genuine intent to make it happen. His involvement added fuel to the speculation, as his backing often turns dream matchups into reality.
Too big for Terence Crawford. I think Terence Crawford will be like 38 years old, you know? I mean, it will not be the same as Canelo, man. We know David comes in and throws a lot of punches and put the pressure. And no disrespect to Terence Crawford, he's the best pound for pound. He's in the books to do history. He did something that nobody could do. But at the end of the day, we're talking about the Mexican monster, you know? David's young, strong, super big for Terence Crawford. And, you know, even Terence Crawford said that Kowalski's...
Adding to the conversation, Benavidez's father and trainer, Jose Benavidez Sr., shared his thoughts. While acknowledging Crawford's greatness, he issued a firm warning. According to him, defeating Canelo is one thing, but facing David is another entirely. He described his son as a relentless and powerful force, insisting that Crawford would be dealing with a very different kind of opponent. His remarks were equal parts defense and promotion, portraying David as a serious threat.
If the fight comes up, the opportunity comes up, I would love that fight.
So you're saying 160 versus Crawford, you do it?
Oh, yeah.
Even if it's right now, like at 154, like let's say he says, you know what, I want you to jump up to 160.
Why not? I mean, I feel like I'm a big 154 as it is, you know? I mean, I was a big 140. I was a 140, a big 140, a big 147, a big 154. I think 160, I've always said I'd go 20.
On the other side, Crawford's longtime trainer, Brian "Bomac" McIntyre, downplayed the idea of a Benavidez fight. While others fueled the hype, Bomac made it clear that the team is focused on steady progress and realistic matchups. Outside pressure, he emphasized, won't dictate their plans. Preparation and discipline remain the priority.
David can make the weight anymore. I mean, it's one thing to want to go down, but are you still able to? So I don't know. Would it entice him? Maybe, but that doesn't mean that he can do it, you know? I mean, he's been at 168 for a while.
Back and forth continued. Another contender entered the discussion. Virgil Ortiz Jr. He didn't just offer an opinion. He called out Crawford directly. Ortiz said he would gladly face Crawford at 160 pounds, insisting the weight wouldn't be an issue for him. Positioning himself as eager and ready, Ortiz presented an alternative challenge while others debated logistics.
He said he wondered if Benavidez could make 168.
We talked to Bomac and he was like, "Nah, we don't want to do that." We something else, but
I just think Benavidez. He's like what, 6'5", 6 something like that. He's a big dude, bro. He's a big dude, man. So I just who knows? Now you got fight announcements now. They got, you know, Rey Mysterio fighting Andrew Tate, and I don't know, just crazy.
Ortiz also weighed in on the question of Benavidez making 168 pounds, flatly dismissing the possibility. He argued that cutting to super middleweight would be extremely difficult for Benavidez at this stage of his career. His comments echoed Crawford's original stance but carried added weight as an outside perspective.
That's just Turkey trying to pull rank. Turkey trying to show he got a golden arm. You know what I mean?
I understand that Turkey likes to make these big grand events, but there's a boxing aspect to this shit too. Like some stuff gotta make boxing sense. Bringing the dude down that's been comfortable at 75, bringing him back down to 68, and then having him fight a dude that just jumped 3 weight classes in 2 fights that started his career off at 35.
Right.
Like, no, bro. No.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. Right? There's no point.
These reactions and opinions have given fans plenty to analyze. Crawford has already cemented his legacy by defeating Canelo and achieving a rare historic milestone. Yet even with that victory still fresh, attention has shifted to what comes next. Every interview and comment now feeds the same question. Who will Crawford fight next? And will Benavidez rise to the challenge?
Benavidez. You gotta understand.
I gotta ask you, bro, because I can't, you know?
My thing is, Benavidez is a big dude. Not to say I won't fight him. I fought his brother. His brother was big when I fought him. The only reason why I entertain Canelo is because he's not a big dude. He might be thick, but he's not a big dude. Benavidez is like 6 foot something. Then he gonna come in 190, 200 probably. You know what I mean? Like, you never know. Like, that's a big dude.
And he's skilled.
I might as well go to heavyweight if I fight.
All right, everyone. Stay updated with the latest boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to Knockout today and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Don't forget to check out our other videos as well. Until next time, take care and stay safe.